Well, greetings and salutations, Series 7 test takers. This is the Series 7 Guru coming to you from my studio here in fabulous Las Vegas with an explication request. The best free supplement to your paid study materials is my YouTube channel. But in terms of paid supplements, if you don't have a Kaplan Q Bank or Kaplan Quick Sheets, I highly recommend it as a paid supplement. If you use my Guru 10 at discount, that's a discount code, you get 10% off for that commercial. Kaplan lets me give you a free look on Kaplan content. We help you with any question from any vendor. It's just easier if it's a Kaplan question because I can bring it up backstage. This is 1406304. A customer purchases two QRS July 30, calls it two, and two QRS July 30 puts it 2.5. She will break even when the price of the underlying stock is. So, first point, break even is always expressed as a per share number. So it doesn't matter that there's two contracts here. It doesn't matter. There are four things you have to be able to do in a straddle. The first thing you have to be able to do is identify a straddle. If you can't identify it, you're kind of stuck. So you identify it, long two different type of contracts, or short two different type of contracts. Certainly meets the definition here, right? Because we have the call and we have the put. The second thing you got to be able to do on a straddle is calculate the break evens. It's the only one on the 7 where you have break evens. The way you're going to do that is you're going to take strike price plus total premium, because you got to cover your out-of-pocket cost. Or if you're short, you want to be able to keep the money, but it doesn't matter whether you're long or short. Remember, one of the great memory aid devices is call up, put down. So here it's going to be strike price plus total premium equals the upside break even. Let's just put out a smaller font so we can fit it on the page here. Boom. And so on that one, we're going to take our strike price, which in this case is 30. We're going to add the total premium, which is 2 and 2.5, which is 4.5. And we get our upside break even of 34.5. As I said, that's the second of four things you got to be able to do on a straddle. Now we need our downside break even. So we need 4.5 points to cover our out-of-pocket cost. Strike price minus total premium. Call up, put down. Call up, put down. Good memory aid device. And that equals our downside break even. This is the only one in which we have two break evens on Series 7. So that's that. Let's get that. And so that's going to be 30. I'm not joking. I'm terrible at arithmetic. So I'm going to use my calculator. 30 minus 4.5. 25.5. So I need her 4.5 points up or 4.5 points down. And that's my downside break even. So the answer to the question is Roman numeral 1 and Roman numeral 4. Now, in the actual Series 7, you won't have Roman numerals. The fourth thing you got to be able to do, I said there's four. You have to identify it as a straddle. You have to calculate the break evens. That's what this question is about. Then you need to know, where is the straddle profitable? They didn't ask that in this question, but on the test, they might. And we have a nice memory aid device for that as well. And the memory aid device we have for that is silo. Short inside, long outside. If you're short the straddle, you want the market price to be in between those two numbers. And if you're long the straddle, you want it outside of the two numbers. And so here, this is a long straddle. So we want the stock to be either, let me get a different thing here, above 34.5. Yeah, let's do better than that. Either above 34.5 or below 25.5. And then our fourth and last thing we got to be able to do on a straddle is, when do we use straddles? When do you use it? You buy a straddle expecting volatility, but direction is uncertain. So if I really thought QRS was going up, I'd just buy a call. And if I thought it was just going down, I'd buy a put. Here, I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't think QRS is going to stay around 30. So, I don't care if it goes up or down, just as long as it moves. So I buy a straddle when I'm expecting volatility. In this case, more than 4.5 points volatility, either up or down. And I sell straddle when I think it's going to stay within the trading range. When I think it's going to be, I'm neutral. It's not going to go anywhere. I think it's going to stay between or close to 30. Between, if I was short, in between 34 and 25.5. Okay, well, I hope you found that was helpful. I apologize. I'm really behind on people who are asking for help in terms of these questions. So I'll be dripping them out and hopefully I'll get caught up shortly. Remember, inch by inch, your exam is a cinch, and yard by yard, your series 7 is hard. And I'll see you for the next explication request.